the Nubian case is a little different because some people would not call Nubia genocide.
Yes, it is. It's a cultural
Some people
genocide.
would not call it. And when
It's a cultural genocide.
I know cultural genocide, I know all this, and I'm about to answer that. I'm not saying it's not a genocide. It is a genocide, and it's a very important part. And to understand how Nubia is a genocide and how it fits in to the Nile River Basin strategy of the Nile River Arabs in Egypt, that is, I learned a lot from Khalid about that, or from Damon. But the biggest breakthrough for me, about 5 months ago, I found out that the weapons, most of the weapons for the Hutu genocide against the Tutsi came from Egypt. And suddenly, all this, they're on the headwaters of the White Nile. So the destruction of the most important black groups, let me go down the line with you briefly, and I just wrote this in the back wall right now to help explain. I should be near the microphone, correct? How far can you read the numbers back there? Okay, good. The first genocide in the South, many of the were 1955 to 1972. 2 million Southerners were killed in that first genocide. Many of them from the hardest fighting, probably the hardest fighting tribe in the South. That's definitely what William Deng will say was the Awil Dinka. But it's interesting, I put that figure 1960 to 1970. Does anybody know why that number is there? That is the building of the Aswan Dam, the destruction of half of the Nubian countryside. So while they're doing one genocide in the South, they're doing another one in the North. Almost coordinated, simultaneously. Genocide can be done many ways. Drown them, burn their crops, move them to New Alpha, many ways. The next genocide, 1983 to 2005, that's in the South again. 2 million more. Many of them were not Dinka and others in this case. While that was going on, 1994, being Islamization of our okay. 1994, 1 million Tutsi were killed in 2 months by the Hutus in 1994. While they're killing millions in the south of Sudan, they're also killing Tutsis on the White Nile. 2003 to 2011, Darfuris, killing 400,000 during that period. That is, this in 2007 is Kashbar, the 4 people of Kashbar, the 4 martyrs of Kashbar. But it is important it is lucky, and if you can do this non-violently, that is very important. You are vulnerable militarily in Nubia. They can go down with their armor and trucks, and there's new special forces they've created to wipe out many villages fast. So you face this danger, the Nubian people, more of a danger than others along the Nile. So it is, I will get to a point how to get this done also with non-violently. 2011 to 2014, that's the 5th genocide that's going on now. That began in Kadugli on June 5th, 2011. In Kadugli on June 5th, who was the most important helper for the Sudanese? Egyptian UN peacekeepers helped them identify and round up and kill the leading Nubians of Kadugli. Egyptian peacekeepers. When you tell people, they cannot believe it, they cannot understand it. The Egyptian peacekeepers would be actively supporting the genocide. But if you understand the Nile River Basin strategy, it makes perfect sense, whether it's weapons for the Tutsis or murdering the Nubians of Kadugli. The strategy keeps being consistent. 2014, 2013, I put that up here. That is when Mohamed Morsi threatened, or made plans in his cabinet meeting to destroy the Renaissance Dam. Of Ethiopia, yes, in Ethiopia. The Renaissance Dam is on the Blue Nile, which is stronger than the White Nile in the Nile River Basin. When that was exposed, it was interesting that Khartoum did not join with Egypt in opposing the Renaissance Dam. That was very strange to me. Why would they not join with Egypt and oppose the Khartoum Dam? And I'm still not sure I know the answer, but I was thinking, trying to figure that out, and my best guess, and I'll just give you my best crazy guess, is that Khartoum regime, of course, they want to Arabize and do what they're doing. They've been doing that. They're killing many Nubians, Blue Nile, and Darfuris right now. But they did not turn into good guys. But what they may want to do, I would guess, is they told Egypt, okay, you want us to oppose this Renaissance Dam? Give us another $50 million under the table and we will join you. And Mohamed Morsi and then Sisi after him said, I'm not sure, we don't have that money around ready for you. But they will wait for that money or some other deal, and that they can make a move against that. 2014, in the Nuer-Dinka conflict. Very tragic, but behind it, there have been many reports. As back then, when he and I were in a congressional briefing, there were reports of, during the night, transport planes flying from the north to Nuba, to the Nuer areas to deliver weapons in large quantities. There have been reports by the Fashoda Institute that the Khartoum is behind this. But it's very important. That's not being mentioned in the media, and they're trying to suppress it in Congress. It's been a fight. Because they want what Khartoum wants, what the State Department wants, what the CIA wants, is, hey, look at these black guys fighting each other. Who cares about them? Forget them. They don't understand that the hand of Khartoum is strongly behind the Nuer resistance of Machar. And this is something that it's very important for the Sudanese. This is something the Nubian people can do, is convince your fellow Sudanese, because of your large numbers and your influence and your ability to organize, to convince people not to turn against each other just because Khartoum is putting some money under the table. Finally, where's my notes? So the lobbying thing is one thing. There's another thing